Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Hauler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is my Russian Capture K98K, chambered in 8mm Mauser. Go ahead and she's clear. So the K98K was the primary rifle of the German Army during World War II. It's a bolt action rifle. Got a 5-round internal box magazine, 24-inch barrel, give or take, about 44 inches overall, and this particular one weighs 9 pounds 3 ounces on my cheap scale. So during World War II, on the Eastern Front, the Russians captured millions of K98s from the Germans, and after the war, most of those were re-arsenaled. They took them in, took them down, stripped them, and rebuilt them, put them in storage for possible use later. And that's what this is an example of. So on the Russian captures, you're not going to find any, or almost none matching parts. You might get a barrel and a receiver that match, or you might get something rare that matches. But for the most part, these are all just mix masters. The Russians didn't care anything about keeping serial numbers with serial numbers. They just wanted to get these re-arsenaled, ready to go, and thrown into storage. Easy way to spot, some Russian captures. The finish on the wood, this dark reddish, the bolt being black, and electro penciled serial numbers. A lot of them had, the Nazi marks stamped over. This one didn't. It still has Waffen amps right here, and you've got some markings right there. The eagle with the holding swastika. A lot of the Russian captures you can mark C as well, is because they'll have an X on the receiver, and that right there is kind of an X stamped out, indicating Russian capture. The manufacturer of this one, BNZ, which was the German Army's code for Steyr. So this rifle was originally manufactured by Steyr. So at one time, these were kind of like second-rate guns coming as far as World War II Mausers, with obviously GI bringbacks being some of the coolest guns, because you might have matching parts with it. It may have a duffel cut, but those are some of the coolest. Where these, they weren't looked very highly upon until a few years ago, when Mauser started drying up and prices started going sky high. So, but to me, these are pretty cool, because just a piece of history that this weapon was captured by the Russians and re-arsenaled and put in storage for possible later use. All right. So some of the features on this gun. We've got the cupped style butt plate on this one. You've got your stock disc, which is for helps take down the bolt. This particular one has a laminate stock. You've got your provision here for a rear sling, standard Mauser style flag safety. Takes down like about every other Mauser. Nice, simple, and easy. This one doesn't have the bolt stop follower, so you can go ahead and shut the bolt on an empty cartridge. You've got your rear sight graduated out to, it looks like 2,000 meters. Got your provision for your front sling, bayonet lug. You've got your side hood. So there you go, K98K. This is a pretty iconic gun, and any World War II movie you see, this is going to be a part of that, as it was their main weapon. They had several others, but this is predominantly what the Germans carried in World War II. So I picked this one up, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. Got it for, I think I paid $500, which was right at the going price when I bought this. Didn't get a great deal, but didn't get robbed. But I didn't have a K98, so So the K98, is chambered at 8mm Mauser, which is a full power cartridge, similar in power to, the American 30-06 or, the Russian 7.62x54R. It's a beast, and it's fed via stripper clip. In the rear of your receiver, you've got a stripper clip guide. So you'd stick it in there, shove your rounds in, and then you're good to go. The trigger on these isn't bad. It's a standard Mauser 2-stage trigger. You can kind of pull up till you feel the wall, and then it's not real heavy and it breaks pretty clean, making it fairly easy to shoot well. So, well, speaking of shooting well, I don't shoot very good, but hey, let's go outside and ring some steel with this old war horse. All right, let's take some shots at 100. I can't remember where this ammo is. It might be Yugo. I think it's some Yugo surplus. I'm not sure. But we'll take some shots at 100 and see how many fire and see how many don't, and see if I can hit a target. Well, when they go off, it's good. All right, we swapped over to some Romanian steel case, 170 grain ammo. With that Yugo stuff or whatever it was, there was just way too many hang fires and rounds that just wouldn't go off. So we'll see if this Romanian stuff can do any better. We'll take some shots at 200, see how it does. All right, not too bad when I do my part. It hits the target. I gotta aim about 5-6 inches low, even at 200 yards. But once you figure out your dope, you get your hold, it's not too hard. All right, we're back inside from shooting the old K98. Put quite a bit of rounds through today, mostly because that Yugo stuff I had so many fails to fire and hang fires and all that. It was just tough making a video, but I swapped over to that Romanian steel case, and then it did pretty good. But K98, what more can you say? Just so iconic, you know. Growing up, watching war movies, this was the preferred rifle of our enemy. And when I was a little kid, I knew that one day I was going to get older and I was going to buy all the firearms I liked from movies back in the day. And, you know, I knew I wanted a Grand, knew I wanted an M1 carbine. And then you also got to have the firearms of your enemy. So, knew that I wanted a K98 Mauser. So, but shooting this thing, you know, it's a joy. Of course, it's a full power cartridge and a steel butt plate. So if you don't get it set in your shoulder right, you know, yeah, it's not so pleasant, steel on bone, but you're just shooting a piece of history, you know. Yeah, no idea where the Soviets captured this. Could have been Stalingrad, could have been just in a warehouse or just laying in the middle of the road, who knows. But that's what's cool, is you don't know. So always fun taking the old war horses out and ringing some steel. So, but there you go, guys. Russian capture K98K. Y'all have a nice day.